Yeah. Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rapper, busy man, shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga.
Red where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the eye like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, though they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop can stress the nigga. He ain't demon, it's an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me break the picture. Rappers claim they spin, I ain't listening. Is it fact if revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jacob. So I walk, we gon' run the summer. It's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. As who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them quick as hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young back. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't on who got this done, it's on who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a gang fight. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite that hand and feet, you will never get that hand back. Bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Backstage.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
What you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, soup solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Walk out every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK soup solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All the hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a whole study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walk around like they don't know nothing. And the lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the points and get gunned down, man down. Should've took the time to get a damn no. But I see the sorrow and I show her. She could never get a police hold. You a dirty ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit mugger. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK soup solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Walk out every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip blood in the scene. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We the bang, by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you scoring off like a listener. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road, boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Commanding general get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga on war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, here, fade you line up. Young nigga named is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bought it. UPK, you solid, Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Walk back every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women be one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy? Straight by that damn whole ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you. Backstage. Yeah. On 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They know how I did it, nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for it, I got real soldiers kill for me, nigga. Watch it still. They said you been in beast mode lately. You is not still. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, the firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, super small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the feel like Jesus niggas. Say they want some smoke, dog. So I brought this chimney. You ain't coming like we coming. You can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running. Bitch, don't even start. Bitch, don't bring my niggas till the end, till them do us part. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They know how I feel, he nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Who I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jordan. Got it out the dust, not too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. UPK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that eco-line into a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in that attic like they had Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like ball cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See, throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, yeah, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gonna show them boy what time it is. I pop out like a Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They know how I feel, he nice, but he don't show the skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Who I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got Ray for real.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me, making this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king in the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles make it official. I'm capturing every crack of surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, give us all for the beast. 144, get the ruler so we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood cell. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I back gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of my king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
One, two, one, two. 1, 2, right. It's a lucky about that, right? Like now, right? Again, just a reminder for brothers and sisters, again, ISUPK started out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York, right? Again, under Commandant General Yahana, who currently, again, is holding down this truth and, continue to raise up, brothers and sisters in this truth, and as a reminder for us, we should take heed, we should, again, come to classes, come meet your brothers, come meet your family, Again, it's so important right now, that time that we are in right now. It calls for, the coming together of a family. And we see these nations, they, are clinging to their own, right? And if you are not aware, soon you would be. And if you are aware and you're not taking heed, then, your mindset is because it was, as we say, programmed to the customs and ways of this society. And it's so important for us, as a people and as a nation, to really adhere to these instructions, and come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. And without, the spirit of us understanding how important it is, and the only place you can get that spirit of understanding and discernment is in the ISUPK and the Commanding General, right? And again, you hear, a lot of brothers, on different platforms, mention, Commanding General, and again, this brother, did a lot for this truth under the Most High and Christ, because now we follow Christ, and this is a reminder. We follow the instructions of the Most High. We follow King Yahushua or Jesus Christ, and every, brother, or individual that the Most High God choose, and I'm talking about in Israel. Nobody outside of this nation. The Most High God always choose one, right, to establish something, order. And this order was always, structured in our records, right? And everything that we speak about, we could go again to our records and we could read about it. This is how important it is for us, to really pay attention and take heed, right? And again, I know a lot is going on right now in Trinidad, right? And for brothers and sisters who see and, identify what is taking place, now is the time to really take heed, right? And call the number that is going across the screen, contact, the school. You can go up on our, as we say, we have, different platforms or different media pages, right? You can go on any one of these pages, right? Whatever page or whatever, you might tune in. You might be tuning into TikTok. You might be tuning into YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and again, we are on all these pages on them, right? Because the truth is being, as we say, pushed through the four corners of the earth, right? Because our brothers and sisters, again, is in a position right now. And if they think that they are not in that position, the Most High God is going to bring you to that place where you would turn unto the Most High God and, seek out His instruction, seek out truth. Because what we see in today, and this is why, again, the topic, is sow of seeds. And, when you really look up what a sower is, right? A sower, right? Look up the definition of a sower, right? And when we see again what the definition is, and it's like when you're looking up words like that, sower, right? You would, be expected to see, something concerning, like with to deal with farming, to deal with, some people might have had a garden, but when you really look at what it is, it directs you straight into something that, even, our oppressors, look at it in this form. And again, the language that we speak in is a bastard language. So they would use, this language, you know, and as I say, confound it or bring it to the point where, you know, it would have you in some sort of confusion when you understand what they're really talking about, right? If I need definition.
Oh, okay. This is sower in the Salakia only.
Yeah.
This is sower in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, right? It have three definitions. The first one is a person who plants seeds.
Right.
The second definition is a machine or tool for planting seeds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the third definition is a person or thing that promotes the spread of something, such as fear or doubt.
Right. So now it gives you three definitions of, you know, of a sower, right? And these definitions again is something that, you know, it needs to be, you know, enlightened to us and as a reminder to us, right? Because why? Without, you know, these instructions, without these laws, statutes, and commandments, what would happen to us? We would, you know, be just as the last definition say, we'd be in some sort of fear and some sort of doubt, right? And this is why these reminders would always be brought out, and it will be brought out and highlighted the importance of us as a people and the importance of us coming together. And again, with all these records, we are in a position where we see it daily. And again, we must say, you know, Brakataya Hawaii was shy for the men above us, you know, for commanding General and holding on this truth, whereby, you know, we would be able, you know, to, you know, discern and to see what is before us and, you know, take heed, right, before, you know, we fall, as we say, victim or be a prey, as we will always pray to our enemies, right? Look up the meaning of parable, right? So again, the topic again tonight, right? It's sow of seeds, yeah, so on, right? Sow of seeds, and this is again very important, you know, for us, right? So look up the meaning of parables.
Parable. Definition: a usually short fictitious story that illustrates a moral attitude or a religious principle. 2. Go ahead. Salaki. 2. Also something such as a news story or a series of real events, likened to a parable in providing an instructive example or lesson.
Right. And what we were to read about tonight, right? And this was again in the time where our king, you know, walked the earth, and, you know, during his time, you know, he teach many, right? He teach, as we say, many brothers and sisters, and, you know, without, you know, adhering or following these instructions, you know, we end up, you know, being examples, right? And the examples that we end up being, you know, it was some that we could see even to the day. It is right amongst us, you know, and this is why again we really need to take heed to these instructions, right? And adhere, as we say, the definition providing an instructive, right, example or lesson, right? And everything that we read about in our records is always a lesson learned, right? In coming into the truth was always a lesson learned, right? And without that lesson being learned, now we would see again what would be brought forth, right? Or what would become of this seed, right? That has been sown, right? And again, as the scripture say, no corrupt tree could bring forth good fruit, and no good tree could bring forth corrupt fruit, right? So it is a reminder for us, right? And as an example why we need to adhere and to these instructions, right? So you go right into the topic, right? Go to Matthew 13, right? Book of Matthew 13. Yes, right. Again, for brothers and sisters online, right? If you have again any questions, it could be, I could ask any question, right? If it doesn't answer, in this class, it would be answer, in probably a follow-up class, right? Right. So you start at verse 1, right?
From the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 1. The same day went Jesus out of the house and sat by the sea. Verse 2. And great multitudes were gathered together to him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore.
Right. So now we see where our King Christ, right, or Yahweh, right, in the Hebrew, came, right? It say came out of the house, right, and sat by the seaside, right? And a great multitude were gathered together unto him, right? And we see, even when you look in let me say these religious organizations, especially when these records is being read or being taught, you would see a lot of people do what? They would gather, just to listen or to hear, what again this person or individual is bringing out, right? So, and at this time, this is Black people, right? And knowing our history, knowing the line of our history from our forefathers, from the time of of Moses, being given these instructions, in let me say in and giving it in the written format, and before him again Adam coming down that line, and now we have these instructions, and at this time everything that our king is going to present would be in the format of a lesson to teach the men that is going to walk in this truth, how you should look and pay attention at certain things, right? And these things that you do, that if you don't take heed to it, it will do what? It would, as we say, it would consume you, right? And this is why it's so important for us, to adhere, to follow these instructions, and pay attention, right? Go ahead.
Kawankan. Verse 3. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow.
Right. So now, again, just as we read the definition of a parable, right? It again providing instructive, right? An instructive example, right? Or lesson, right? So what our king is going to do is going to instruct or teach the people, that there's a lesson to be learned in, in whatever we do or how we carry about ourselves, right? And for example, this example that he's teaching here right now, again, was again directed to us as a people. And this is why we should take heed, because now, as we say, well, we are now in 2025, and a lot of our brothers and sisters, still running down religion, still running down, as we say, still joining to the mosque, still joining in, as we say, in these different religious organizations. And because of what? Of what was sown into them. Some of them, as we say, Black Power movement, this movement, just something that would pacify them and have them in a mindset that, yeah, this is it. But until, again, the Most High God really, open your eyes and, bring this reminder unto you, the only place that they could get this is here, is in this school. And we're talking about the truth to really understand and know who you are, right? So he said that, behold, a sower went forth to sow, right? Go ahead.
Verse 4. When he sowed, some seed fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up.
Right. So now, as this sower is sowing, right, and it have a this. Yes. Where we at?
The book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 4.
Right. Go ahead.
And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of the earth.
Right. So now, as our king is teaching this lesson, we the expectation of, understanding this parable, in order to understand this parable, you must, be following on, right? And in following on now, what you're going to do after, you're going to ask questions, right? Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 6. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. Verse 7. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. Verse 8. But other fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, and some 30-fold. Verse 9. Who have ears to hear, let them hear.
Right. So now he give, or the lesson that was taught, of these seeds, what ground or what soil, that these seeds, fell upon, right? And the first one was what? The first one was what? That's what it was.
Verse 4.
Some fell on
Some fell by the
wayside, right? The first one was by the wayside, right? And this is why, it's so important, for us to really take heed, right? And especially, you see this parable. This parable will enlighten, and it will show, the Black, Latino, and Native Indian man in their life, or as we say, walking after, their spirituality, in what they believe in, right? Because now a lot of us, seek, as we say, seek to know truth, right? And in seeking to know truth, this is why again, our king was, as we say, was a master of, of what he did. And again, all this again was ordained, and he followed the instructions of the Most High, right? And this is why, without again these instructions, without righteous Black men, teaching this and breaking this down to you, now what would be, as we say, the outcome of you not adhering to this? These examples that we read about here, right? It says the first one was by the wayside, the second one was what? On stony places, right? Right. The third one was among thorns, right? And the fourth one was, where it fell on good ground, right? So now, as we read on down, right? We need to pay attention. And again, as scripture say, we need to examine ourselves daily. And it's a reminder for us. Because a lot of us think that we understand and we know what, walking, as we say, and talking in this truth, and feel that, that we let me say, we grasp everything. We see it with religion. We see these religious organizations, and again, because of what they sown, again, a lot of our brothers and sisters, end up, as we say, being a victim. And this is why I see, as we always bring out, why these abortion clinics are so filled up. Why, as we say, the black and black crime is so very high. It's because of what? Of what is sown, or where, your, let me say, your ideology, comes from is because of what? Following after the ways of this society have, as we say, us, as we say, struggling even to come, into this truth. And there was always, as we say, a reason why. Because now, as we say, together, it ain't gonna be just so. But what you must fight. You must fight you. And if you don't fight you, what will happen? You will always be struggling, right? Read on.
Come on. The book of Matthew, chapter 13, and verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Right. So who is it them here now? Right? Who is it them? The multitude, right? The asking, as we say, the teacher, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Because now remember, now is a lesson being taught, right? Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 11. He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Right. So now these mysteries, right? To know these mysteries, you would be what? Right? You would be the let me say the brother or the person who the Most High choose, right? Under our King Yahushua to do what? To bring forth this word, right? And outside of that, just like when we speak, to our brothers and sisters, right? In the air, what it would sound like? What it would sound like in the air? As a parable. Because now it is like this. Yeah, some, as you say, you could see it directly. But you know what happened here? And we will read about it as we read on down. You wouldn't really understand because why? You didn't really perceive it, or put your spirit behind it. Just like today, we tell brothers and sisters in the world, hey, Christ is a black man. What some of them go say? What some of them go say? Right? Some of them might say la, but some of them will say, yeah, I know that. I know that he's a black man, right? But if they know that he's a black man, then why it is now we not following that black man? It's because why? Or what they perceive. So it's like, yeah, I know. And we go, as we read on down, we go see, right? Give me this one. Right. Read over that verse, Babakasha, verse 11.
From Matthew chapter 13 and verse 11. He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mystery of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Right. And again, it's like this, right? Imagine, coming into the truth, right? And these records, is like parables to us, right? And the men before us, right? These parables are now mysteries, right? mysteries to know what? Right? Mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, right? And now our understanding of what heaven is, right? And again, you know, commanding generally and has been breaking down, you know, these mysteries to brothers and sisters, just like us when we, you know, we you know, in the world, and our understanding of these mysteries were like parables, right? And in receiving those mysteries, now as we start to follow, you know, as we say, make me 90 days, right? After we 90 days, we all black. Now, as we say, we pursue the to do our officer's test, right? Now, as in pursuing, you know, to do this officer's test now, what would happen now? Now, these mysteries will no longer be parables to us, right? Now we understand these mysteries. Why he said it was what? It was given unto who? Unto what? Unto who? Read it over.
Book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 11. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Right. So now imagine now you know, being, as we say, a follower of Christ, right? After, you know, as we say, shedding yourself from this world, stop following, as we say, you drop your ways, your customs. Just like as we say, when Christ was moving, we tell these men, and then he say as he walk, he say, come, and you go do what? Make your fishers of who? Make your fishers of men, right? So as these men, as we say, drop their ways, as we say, their customs in following after the culture of this society, what happened? Now, as he break it down, now they understand these mysteries, right? Of what? Of the kingdom of heaven. Because now before this, when we hear, you know, we all going to heaven, what we with you know, see it as or picture it as? Anybody? Before the truth, before knowing, as we say, these mysteries. Remember now we said that it was like parables, right? So before, you know, we understand these mysteries and we hear, you know, that, you know, we will be in the kingdom of heaven, what we would have as a picture in our mind the kingdom of heaven is, or where it would be.
Salakia, sir, well, you know, as before the truth, right? One would think that heaven would be some way up in the sky. You understand?
Right.
And they would have this Christian lie about the pearly gates, and they go meet Saint Peter by the gate, and all these different kind of things they make up, right? To make you feel that heaven in this place somewhere up in the sky that you would go after you die.
Right. So, and again, what Officer Mike was saying is right, because now this is what we would think, or what we would see heaven as, because now why the seed that was sown on us at that time would have us, you know, thinking in that way, right? And before, as we say, these breakdowns, as we say, we these things were like what? Were like parables to us. Were like parables to us. And to know these parables, now, as we say, now it is no longer a parable to us, but it is like just like the disciples. Is it time now? Because now we've seen a lot of things being revealed. All we didn't know, as we say, Who Christ died for? All these things, as we say, these things, as we say, had been revealed unto us. This is why he say it was given to you to know the mysteries. As we open these records, as brothers, you know, as we say, coming into the truth, and as we say, staying in the truth, and follow these instructions. Now you know why? Now we see all, as we say, these mysteries as reality. It's real. This is why what we do, as we say, we go to camp, teach classes, we go on radio shows to do what? To push this truth to our brothers and sisters through the four corners of the earth. Because why? Now, these mysteries wasn't for us to do what? To keep it in it. These mysteries was to do what? To teach or bring this reminder to our brothers and sisters. And when they hear it, it will be like you know, they're learning a lesson. Some instructive, right? Just as we read in the definition of a parable. Some instructive. So now you hearing this, and nah, boy. In order for you to move or pursue it, what you gonna do? You're gonna start to ask more questions. And as you start to ask more questions, so what gonna happen? Now we start to seek it out. Just like, again, what we did, brothers and sisters did in coming into the truth. Right? Go ahead. That's how give me right. So as it say, but it is not given, right? Because but to them it is not given. Give me 1 Corinthians, right? So we just be jumping a little bit. Give me 1 Corinthians 2 and verse 2 and 10.
Okay. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 2 and verse 10. But God hath revealed them on Salakia. But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of the Most High.
Right. So now we see it now, as we say, these mysteries. How these mysteries are being revealed? Who revealing it? Right? The Most High is revealing it. Right? And what read it over from the top?
Come. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 2 and verse 10. But God had revealed them unto us by his Spirit.
Right? And what is his Spirit? Right? Because now again, what King came and did for us? He came and make me know that, hey, we could do this. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. All our lives we've been, as we say, we've been taught lies. All our lives, you know, we've been, as we say, over 400 years, especially this captivity. This is why again it said this captivity was one of the, as we say, the most heinous captivity that we have ever begun. Out identity. We're struggling. Imagine, as we say, we know who we are when we are living amongst, as we say, them Africans and them. Imagine that. And imagine today now, the same Africans that as we say, are Hamite, which is, as we say, who they are, that we are wrong, we identifying ourselves as them. Again, this is why brothers and sisters need, you know, to come into the, as we say, come to classes, you know, come into the school, right? Because again, these are reminders unto us, right? Read it over again, Baba Kusha.
Come. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 2 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
But the Most High had revealed unto them, Salakia, but the Most High had revealed unto them, and revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things,
Mm-hmm.
yea, the deep things of the Most High.
Right? And what are the deep things of the Most High? The deep things of the Most High, again, it is adhering to these instructions, following, as we say, his laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? Read on.
Kawankan, verse 11. For what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of the man which is in him? Even so, the things of the Most High knoweth no man, but the spirit of the Most High.
Right? And this is why, again, our King said this best. He said, no man can come unto me lest the Father draw him. How the Father going to draw you? How, as we say, how the Most High God going to draw you? With these instructions. This is why I'd say if we adhere, go straight back again. These things were like parables unto us, but now we know the mystery. So now, men before us, it was that why he was teaching, when he was teaching and going back to Matthew. So in his teaching, he telling him what? He telling, as you say, disciples, these men and them, these mysteries, it was given to you to know. Because why? In the future, what would happen? This would be a teaching tool to do what? To wake up or bring the nation back together. This is why all these, I say, on these two hang all the laws and the commandments. The first is like unto the second. All these things, as we say, these is, as we say, these men would do what? He said, as we say, go out. He sent them out by tools. What they went out to do? To teach. And as brothers and sisters here, and this is why again the example of parable, of that word parable is some very instructive, and again it always have a lesson to learn out of that. And the person, or as we say, the brothers who, as we say, who was instructed or given these mysteries, they were chosen by the Lord to do what? To go out and to, as we say, to bring this family back together. This is why it is a reminder for us. And as we teach, just as we have been taught, our reminder to our brothers and sisters is to take heed as well. Though just as we say, as we see the examples of where these seed fell, right? And as we read on down again, our King is going to break it down and break it down. So now it should do something to us, and it should always remind us about this. Where did this seed really fall? Where did this seed really fall? Right? Give me 1 John chapter 2. First John 2 and 26.
Book of 1 John 2 and verse 26. These things have I written unto you concerning them that seduce you.
Right. So why? Because why? It have as we say, men that's so seductive. And this is why they, as we say, our oppressors use or formulate, as we say, religion, and this was man-made, to seduce the minds of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, the chosen people of the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 27. but the anointing which ye have received of him abideth in you.
Right? And now, as we say, is a reminder for us. Because now who we follow after? We follow after, as we say, after Christ. We follow after his teaching. And that anointing is what we follow after, the truth. Go ahead.
And ye need not that any man teach you, but as the same anointing teacheth you of all things.
Right? So now, as you know, the Christian church will see this and they say any man, but it just show you higher up. These men is the men who seduce you. So you wouldn't have a man, as we say, who teaching, as we say, child molestation, for example, as we say, the break-offs and them, who, as we say, the so pan-African, the lead all the brothers on this side and run away to harm, to try to bring harm. This is why, as we say, Joy, we always remember our sister Joy Morgan, right? Then this other group, the break off of a break off. Now what happening? A man you saying that dressing it up nice, pegging tool, seducing. These men is men that what you shouldn't follow. These is men that did what? That caused, as we say, brothers to do what? To fall. Because of what? Of what they have been taught, or what was sown into them. Right? Go ahead. Read over verse 27 from the TOBAGO.
John chapter 2, 27. But the anointing which ye have received of him abideth in you.
Right.
And ye need not that any man teach you, but as the same anointing teacheth you of all things. And it's true.
And there's what?
And it's true.
And what we've been taught in this school, the truth. We've been taught the what? As we say, the color of Christ. A lot of these religious organizations, before as we say, seeing certain things, what they would say? They say, wait. They would say this. They would say this is Christ. Before. Now some of them, as we say, the gain, as we say, exposed. Now they're saying color don't matter. We learn this, as we say, and abide, as we say, the same teacher to you of all things and this truth. We learn this truth. Go ahead.
And it's no lie.
Mm-hmm.
And even as they have taught you, ye shall abide in him.
Right, and we shall abide under the instructions of our King Yahushua. Because why? All these instructions come from, as we say, from the Most High, and he follow, as we say, the Most High. We follow the Most High, we follow King Yahushua, we follow Commander General Yana, because he follow, as we say, this order. Right? Go back to to Matthew. At verse 14. Yeah, 14. Matthew 13. Same 13 and yeah, we had verse 14 now.
The book of Matthew, chapter 13, and verse 14. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which says, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. Verse 15, for this people's heart is bound.
Yes, 14, right? Right? As we say, this is a reminder for us. And again, any other brother, you could pass it on to somebody else to read as well too. Somebody old Romans 11 and 8. Yeah, Romans 11 and 8.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 8. According as it is written, the Most High had given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day.
Right? And who gave that? The Most High God had given that. This is why our way back, as we say, it's not just like a walk in the park. A man must fight. And that first fight, as I say, is you. This is why when the scriptures go back and it give the illustration of, when that house get clean, and after that house get clean, anytime that house, as we say, compromise itself, what happened? The scripture said, what you do? The demon do what? Bring 7 more, greater than before. So now we need to take heed on as we say, on who we following after, or what we following after, and what is sown into us. And just as I said earlier on, the scripture say what? No, somebody will look up that where it say no good tree could bring forth corrupt fruit, and no corrupt tree could bring forth good fruit. So that's see for somebody see for get that, and that's hold it Bible question. Right? Read over verse Romans 11 and 8.
Can. The book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 8. According as it is written, the Most High had given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they shall not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day.
Right? And this is, as I say, unto this day. Right? Read over Matthew 14, 13 and 14. Read Matthew 13 and 14. What it?
Reading from the book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 14. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand.
Right? So now, just as we say, you ask, brothers and sisters, again, what is the color of Christ? And because now they're hearing, as we said, what's going on right now, say, Christ is a black man, you know that? All right. But if you know that, then your understanding of following this black man would be what? Of no understanding. Because now why? You saying, yeah, I know, but really and truly don't really understand. Right? Go ahead.
One can. And seeing ye shall see, and not perceive.
Right? And seeing you shall see and not perceive. Right? Give me the definition of perceive. Somebody,
Definition of perceive.
somebody hold 2 Corinthians 3 and 14. Go ahead.
The definition of perceive. 1. Become aware or conscious of something. Come to realize or understand. 2. Interpret or regard someone or something in a particular way.
Right. So now that is the definition of perceive, but that is why it put not perceive. So the unaware of what the definition of perceiving something is, right? And this is why it's so important, because not perceiving it is the opposite of what they perceive it, supposed to perceive it to be, right? So the unaware of really what is taking place. That's why I say not, put, as we say, not in front of it. So you might think you perceive it, but you really and truly, just as I say, you did not perceive it, right? They did not understand it, right? Give me 2 Corinthians 3 and 14.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 14. But their minds were blinded, for until this day remaineth the same veil untaken away in the reading of the Old Testament, which veil is done away in Christ.
Right. So why? Because now what Christ did, he revealed what the truth, the instructions, just as we say, the mysteries. To who? To these, as we say, to these black men, righteous black men, to do what? To go forth and as we say, reveal this. Because again, his time or his work was very short. So what the mysteries that he revealed it on as we say, that way it was given unto you. So these men that were there at that time, they received these breakdowns. And this is why now it could reach to where we are right now, today, through the remnant, who the Most High God always reserved. As you say, you have reserved how much? 7,000, that's paraphrasing, who have not taken knee to Baal or worship no other God. This is the reserve. And this is why these are reminders to us. Right? Go back to that's all right? So it's saying in Matthew 14, right? And in them it is fulfilled. It's fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah. Give me Isaiah chapter 6, right? So you see Isaiah, we're going to see Isaiah speaking the same thing. And this is why we always tell brothers and sisters, you know, when these religious organizations come and they talk about, you know, the New Testament and how it, Christ never speak, as we say, anything new. That's why I say he came not to do away with the law, but to fulfill it. So when they hear, as we say, this new command, as we say, everything that he do, he just increase it by reminding us the importance of it, right? And what it would help in, you know, us, if we remember that we belong to our family, we belong to a nation, that these, as we say, instructions, if we apply these instructions to ourselves, what we do, I say, be perfect as even as I am perfect. as you know, as and use the example as the Most High God in heaven. Our perfection comes through these instructions by adhering to these instructions, right? Give me Isaiah 6 and verse 9. Anybody else will grab it? What?
Book of Isaiah, chapter 6, and verse 9. He said, Go, tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. See ye indeed, but perceive not.
Right? Start at verse 8, Baba Kusha.
Okay, book of Isaiah, chapter 6, and verse 8. Also, I heard the voice of the Lord, saying, Whom shall I send? And who will go for us? Then said I, Here am I, send me.
All right. So now again, Isaiah here, as you say, the voice of the Lord, right? And it's like we hear in the instructions and we say, yeah, we're moving. These instructions come, as we say, through that order. Through, as we say, 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. That structure never change. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 9. He said, Go, tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. See ye indeed, but perceive not.
Right? And as we say, understand not, right? He see indeed, but perceive not. And again, it's the same thing that today and everything that we read about, we could use the same application today. And we would see that our brothers and sisters, or this house, this family, we perceive not, or we, as we say, we just as read in the definition, I perceive. We do the opposite, because it's like we don't want to take heed to these instructions. Go ahead, verse 10.
Verse 10. Make the heart of this people fat, make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
Right. So it's like when they're hearing this now, some people say like, or they might use the example, like the Most High God, you know, he could just, why he had to put we through this? Eh? Why we had to go through this? The scripture say for what? For gold is tried in what? In fire. An acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Our way back, with, as we say, won't be no easy way. And why it won't be no easy way? Because what we adopt, or what was sown into us, in order to really, as we say, to come, we must go through that fire. We must be refined. This is why, you know, again, as we say, what Commanding General Yana has been, as we say, was taught and held on to this day. As we say, we could read it straight out of these records, straight out of these instructions. And it's a reminder for us today. Right? Go back to Matthew, right? Let me continue on. Matthew 13. 13, and I think 15. We have 15.
Book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse
15.
15. For this people's heart wax gross, their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes have closed. And their eyes they have closed. That anytime they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them.
Right. So now, what we just read in Isaiah, and it's the same exact thing where our king was quoted. Same exact thing. And you know, when you go to these religious, as we say, these religious leaders, you would see what was sown into them. What was sown into them. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear.
Right? And our king is telling these, as we say, men, that these mysteries that will reveal unto them. He said, what? Blessed are you, what? Blessed are you?
Blessed are your eyes,
Mm-hmm.
for they see,
Right?
and your ears, for they hear.
Right? Give me John 20 and John 20. Book of John 20. And 29.
Book of John, chapter 20, and verse 21.
29. So
Verse 29. Jesus said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed.
right. So now all what we're reading about here, right? We as we say, we wasn't, as we say, directly involved with what we actually reading here. It had men that was directly involved in all, as we say, these accounts. Now we know what we do. Now, as we say, we believe that all these accounts that we read here, they are what? They are truths. Because now this is what? This is our history. This is why now, as we say, all these other nations can go back to what? To their history and read, as we say, of accounts that they wasn't, as we say, physically a part of. But you know what they do? They believe them. But when coming to us as a people, what we do? We as we say, we don't take heed. Right? And again, as our king read on and it's like I'll leading you all up to this, and it's a reminder for us today, right? Go ahead.
Verse 13. And many other said, truly, that Jesus in the presence of his disciples, which are not written in this book.
Right, and why it is not written in this book? Because now, as you say, he did not give us more than we could bear. This is why at the end, he said, don't add or take away. We understand that, as we say, these mysteries, it was given, as we say, and we see it passed down, and we receiving it today. The men who do what? Who follow after these instructions, who walk after, as we say, the seed, as we read on down, the seed that fell on good ground. I just kind of jump ahead, but we'll go back. This is what you're seeing here in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yana, right? Jump back to Matthew, right, and we'll continue on.
Matthew chapter 13 and verse 17. For verily I say unto you, Salakia, verse 17. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets, righteous men, have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them.
Right? So just as we now say, they were there at that time, as we say, in the presence, as we say, of our king, while he was, as we say, were walking at that time. And men before, as we say, all as we say, like John, there's one that is to come after me who is not worthy. All these was prophecy before. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 18. Hear ye therefore a parable of the sower.
Right? So now this is what he's going to break down to his men by asking, after asking, the breakdown of what he just spoke to the multitude. Go ahead.
When anyone hear the word of the kingdom and understand it not, then come the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
Right? So now again, this is something that brothers again need to understand. And this is something that, as we say, we should examine ourselves, because this is important. Because now, after he, as you say, he said this is given unto you to know the mystery, right? You knowing all these instructions, and again, this is why we say that everybody that say that they were part of the ISUPK, they are not in the school. These are the examples that you would see of men that then, as we say, then stick or hold on the truth and took up, as we say, what was sown into them. They had otherwise, or as we say, a different mindset of how they perceive it to be. That's why I say they perceive not. Right? Read over that one, Babakasha.
Book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 19. When anyone hear the word of the kingdom and understand it not.
Start from we at 17. That the first part. Yeah, start from up.
Book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 17.
That's all right. That's all right. Right, 19 we was. Right, go ahead, Salaki. Yeah, start at 19.
Book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 19. When anyone hear the word of the kingdom and understand it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
Right, and to be called a wicked one, that is not even, as we say, a place that you want to be in, because Christ said this as well. He said the one that talking about Judas to betray him. He said, "Blessed." He said, "Better that man than born." For that work that man had to carry out, better that man than be. This is why we need to take heed, and as we say, it is like it's showing us and reminding us of something that we should take heed, right? So he said, the wicked one, go ahead.
This is he that receiveth seed by the wayside.
Right, and it telling that this is the one that receiveth seed by the wayside. Go ahead.
Verse 20. But he that receiveth the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and honor with joy receiveth it.
Right, and he say an anon with joy. Look up that definition of that word. Anon.
In the Merriam-Webster dictionary, the definition is soon or presently, after a while, or at once or immediately.
And, right. Soon or shortly, right? Right. Go read over that. Read over from verse 20, Babakosha.
Karankan. But he that receiveth the seed into stony places, the same as he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it.
Right, and the definition is shortly, right? It's for a short time. Go ahead.
Verse 21. Yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth for a while.
So you see how it come back to you? He had not root in who? In somebody else?
In himself.
In himself. Right? Go ahead.
But dureth for a while.
Mm-hmm.
For when tribulation or persecution ariseth, because of the word, by and by he is offended.
Right? And because of the truth. This is why, again, in everything that is being taught, or as we say, or being brought out in this school is a reminder for us. This is why we tell brothers, and sisters, hey, that counsel, righteous counsel, to do what? To get rid of what? All discrepancies, all, as we say, all seeds that fall in these places, because it's a reminder for us. It's a reminder for us to take heed to these instructions. This is why, again, when the disciples ask this, it is like all they understand, and you know what we do? Just like as we say, any brother or any father who receive instructions, we do pass it on to children. Or brothers who the father leave the elder, make sure the younger ones know this, because it's important. Because you know why? This is what going to do what? Is going to keep this family. These instructions is what going to keep this family. And outside of these instructions, what will happen? As we say, it always have wicked ones on the wayside. In our minds, as you say, with joy, and I said, and shortly, a short time, these are reminders unto us, right? Go ahead.
Karankan, verse 22. He also that receiveth seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
Read over that again, because what's going on, a lot of our brothers and sisters again get caught up again in this society. In this society, and you know what we think? We think that, hey, we go make it. I think in one of them scriptures, I see that how the lion prophets on them, or the lion, yeah, we tell them, go build your houses, go build your place, and what you deceive the people. This place could consume you in a minute. Anytime, as we say, you move away from these instructions, anytime you fail, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, this family fail to adhere to these instructions. These are the things that as we say, is just waiting. It's just waiting. Just as I say, as the word go out immediately, the deceiver come and say, go with the word. These are reminders to us today, right? Read over that, Babakosha.
Karankan, the book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 22. He also that receiveth seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches,
and the what? And the care of what?
and the care of this world.
And the care of this world. And again, there's our next thing. And again, Tawada Braktaya Washap Commander General Yana. Imagine these mysteries, be revealed unto righteous black men who holding it down and passing this down. Now we can understand, as we say, we understand what heaven is, the condition that we in today, who we face as blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. Now we understand, as you say, the word world, as you say, mean age or society. Now the society that we live in today, what would happen? It would consume us in a minute. If we, as you say, put our spirit in this, put our trust, as you say, in Egypt, trust in this place, right? Go ahead.
And the care of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches.
And the what?
And the deceitfulness of riches.
Why it's saying the riches is deceitful? Because why? It will do what? It will put you against your family. It will divide this house, and we see what we see right now, and we see on the world forefront right now. We see as we said, our oppressors, as should just say Egypt against Egypt for power. So imagine as we say, us as our people getting consumed into that. Because the multitude who we speaking to was us, was this family. Now you know, as we say, the men and them who get it, the other go and break it down now. They are break it down. And just as they read, we had wax so gross. That's why I say he give us over to our reprobate spirit. Say that in the scriptures. We, as we say, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, we don't want to be in that position. This is why we tell brothers and sisters, hey, all come to class, ask the questions, take heed. Go ahead.
And the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
And becometh what?
And he becometh unfruitful.
Becometh rich.
And he becometh unfruitful.
And say he becometh like say what happened to Didi and them? What happened to Didi? He unfruitful. They choke. And that is I just use that as an example. And a lot of, as you say, a lot of our brothers, as you say, run after that. And what will happen? They become unfruitful. Go ahead.
Verse 23. But he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it.
Read over that again.
Book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 23. But he that heareth, but he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth some 100-fold, some 60, some 30.
Right, and this is why we say this year. If you understand this, now any brothers, I'd say, or I'd say, in this truth would watch this and we'll say, ISUPK is the home of the truth. Yes, you're actually seeing this. You see this part here, you're seeing it. Schools, as we say, schools in North, South, and Central America. The work, as we say, that is being done in the spirit of the Most High Christ to reach the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. You see, as we say, you see the example of our brother, as we say, passed down receiving these mysteries. And you're seeing it, as we say, daily in this school. This is a reminder for us. This is a reminder for us, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, that these records is as we say, is our heritage, our culture. We belong to our family. We belong to our nation. And this is why our king could have highlighted and brought it to the forefront, as you say, as he come up the multitude. A perfect example. Brothers and sisters, as you say, the gather, and you're speaking. Now, as you say, as you say, our soldiers on the side here. These men and them is like, and you don't understand this, you know. And you go, I will explain, because you know why? These men and them following my instructions, the orders. So you know what happened? I will break it down to them. And the men and them that coming up after them, that following them orders, what will happen? They'll break it down to them. And this is why, again, our king could say this. He could come back and he say, on these two, despite that, as you say, in knowing this, he say, on these two hang all the laws and the commandment, and we see commanded generally and demonstrate that to the highest level in the spirit of the Most High and Christ, to make sure that this family really stay, or as you say, be together. And as I say, this is not, as we say, this is not, as we say, sweet talk. To be there and to be a witness side is like, nah. And the ones, as I say, as you know, just as Christ said, some of us might be there, but you know what happened? As this is being explained, it's like, yeah, but you could see that, you could see the structure of a family or what a nation, as you say, would be, you know, be developed into. Just like as you know, when our forefather, as you say, Jacob, as you say, great grandfather, walk into Egypt with how much? So 70, I just about that. And come out at Egypt as a great and exceeding army. The family grow. Tell Adam, Abraham, he say as far as you multiply and see that as well as the sands of the sea. We see this every day. Every time we look, as we say, go and look up, as we say, the tribe of Asher from Colombia to Uruguay. What's your landmass? Imagine from Colombia to Uruguay. Watch how much, as we say, it's Brazil, it's who again? Let's look at that. From, as we say, the tribe of Zebulon, from Guatemala to Panama. Look up that. Look how big this family is. This is a reminder for us, and again, to all you religious organizations, as we say, to your, as we say, your black leaders and them, you have been, as we say, been fooled or been lied to, and some that was sold into you, it caused you to do what? To stumble. Again, in order for it, as you say, there's always a way back. Always a way back. And the Most High God, just like any father would made that provision. And that way back, you are the fight. You have a fight. But hear the thing about it. The Lord said that if we fight for him, he will fight for us. And this is what the ISUPK has been doing since 1969. Commanding General and holding down this truth. Fighting for this truth. this is a reminder for us. And again, this parable, as you say, with the sower and the seed, is a reminder for us today, right? And we need to be, as I say, be mindful on what we sow. On what we sow. Our sowing supposed to be what? Supposed to be bringing, as we say, this family or this house together. This is where our sowing should be. And it's a reminder for us today. Right? So, right? So we go end there. Right? Again, just a reminder for brothers and sisters, again, pay your tithes. 10% of any increase that the Lord gives you. There's a reminder here. Right? And who are much of right? So pass the class to Christian Officer Michael.
This is the ISUPK secret channel. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West, 120th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant Jerry Hanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When any brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are only. They are here to share themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular post, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months, which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18 and verse 21 and Malachi chapter 3 verses 8 to 10. Means cent in the Hebrew and is pronounced by church. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the church department or teacher. Priest 1, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming holy convocation. Next upcoming holy convocation is the memorial blowing of trumpets. The memorial blowing of trumpets, which is the first day of the 7th month of the Hebrew calendar, which is Sunday, 21st September 2025. You can find this in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24 to 25. Remind Arkham and Abathium to check on social media, such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, like headband or scarf. We're going to fill in with the geese, and we're going to begin with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew.
Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shabaka, Yahweh, Apaka, Baba, Azaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratza, Gawa, Hayah, Shemayim, Tanawa, Makam, Kal, Yawam, Pasalaknawa, Gawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Gawatanawa, Allah, Tabanawa, Asawan, Bal, Ashayanawa, Ayon, Rai, Kaya, Raka, Balakwa, Bala, Kaparat, Babalamium, Aman. The English of Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Sir, let's give the teacher a 150 salute. Madam Shabbat. Madam, Barak. Yahweh
Hashem Shaktam.
Sir, let's give the sisters online a 150 salute. Madam Shabbat. Madam, Barak.
Yahweh Shemaltan Bashem Yashai.
End of attack. Class is